Hello, this is Debra Benton. Many times people ask me, how do I make small talk? At office cocktail parties, at the company picnic, at the Christmas party. It's simple. Ask questions. Think about it. Everyone there is just as uncomfortable as you are. If you make them comfortable around you, they'll like you and you'll turn out more comfortable yourself. Questions are as simple as, like a journalist, who, what, when, where, why, how. How do you know the people at this party? What brought you to this organization? Why did you leave XYZ company? How did you get hired here? What do you like to do outside of the office? Who else is part of your team here? I'd like you to meet so-and-so. Do you know them already? Simple things. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Take the pressure off of you to be on stage and having to perform. Buys you time in terms of how you handle a question they might ask you. Somebody says, tell me about yourself, Debra. You can say, well, I was born in Kansas and I moved to Colorado and I went to this university and I started at this company and give them the whole obituary story. Or you can say, I'd be glad to tell you about myself. Are you interested in my work experience, my educational background, what I do outside with my family? Asking a question buys you time to think of how you want to answer, helps them focus what they're really interested in. A friend of mine was a sailplane pilot out in California. True story. Wonderful conditions. Had to land an emergency landing, not knowing where he was. Turned out it was a California nudist colony. So as he's climbing out of the sailplane to check and see if everything's okay, the people in the surrounding area came to the plane to see if he was okay, and there was mutual surprise because they saw him on their private property and he saw them, and they were all naked at the nudist colony. Well, long story short, they invited him to stay at their facility for the evening so that he could gather his plane and the equipment necessary to remove it the next day, and in exchange for their hospitality, he'd be the dinner speaker. Seems like a fine deal. So when he's in his room, he's thinking, while in Rome, do like the Romans, and he takes his clothes off. He walks into the dinner hall to give his presentation before the meal, and there's this loud applause because out of respect for him, they'd all gotten dressed. Now this is an example of getting caught with your pants down by not asking questions. So my advice to you, my friends, ask questions. When you want to handle surprise, attack, you don't know what to say, you don't know the people, asking questions gets you through everything, every bit of small talk. Thank you for watching.